my minimap all the time. But that's a good way of being able to do both. It actually has helped my mental as well, not actually looking at chat, so maybe that's a good thing. Playing League of Legends in Korea, if you speak Korean, can be pretty awful, but if you don't speak Korean, it's fantastic, because you're allergic to the flame. Oh, so good. Sorry, you're immune to the flame. Allergic is the opposite of what I meant. But that's fine, because we're finally back into the game, guys. We were talking for a long time about windowed monitors and things like that. Woohoo! But now, finally, we got some League of Legends that we can actually delve into as Harmor Life back on the blue side. And we'll see what...
I was very impressed. And we're going to see aggressive trading here.
Deft going down very low. Great double pulverized there from Vista to try and buy some space, and he does so effectively. Lehens still burning down as Cleanse and Ignite now on cooldown. Bang holds onto his heal.
We are going to see Arthur rotate over his spot.
Oh, Chovy's in trouble. As Arthur comes in, there's Ernie mode, trying to take down these chickens, fighting with Dread a little bit, as we've got a battle in the mid lane as well. Couple of different fronts here as Fly moving on over to Dread. Arthur will stun up the Pantheon, but the stun is going to be returned, and the flash out from Arthur is a big problem. In goes Bang, actually. Blade whirling around in amongst three members. Dread is going to close in, though, as Fly and Chovy continuing to fight. Arthur now having to get out. The flash forward from Lehens was very odd, but the Ignite, no, not actually ticking down, as Vista very close to death, but he'll also get under there. The flash has to be invested, and now Deft is in trouble as well. Turret shots being taken, spears not connecting, and Deft trying to get some autos over this wall. Gleaming Quill not able to get too much done, and the sidestep on the Void Seeker is good, but I think this isn't over.
The jungle and kind of collapse in there on the bottom lane. Ends up working out really well for Afrika. And this Udyr pick, you know, it's not too late. So Arthur will get this. Okay, we're going to see a fight. I'll let you
yeah, Shockwave comes in. They're looking to lock down the Pantheon before anything can really start. As Morgan comes on in, Fly throws out the ultimate. It's not going to do enough damage as the party cask comes down from Morgan as well. Lehens going down extraordinarily low. Rakan's so squishy right now, and Arthur easily just boops him with Hobbs form.
As Afrika looking for more than just a Drake here. They want to get both objectives.
Yep, Barrel comes in from Morgan. Arthur is still in the area as he hops on over in Tibber's form. Cast comes in. Fly takes a fair bit of damage, but it's not really going to be doing enough as Vista finally turns up. The 4v4 is on as the stun is great onto Morgan, but he's pretty tanky right now. Shockwave comes in. That's going to grab Lehens, but the trade is already there. And Keen dashing around as this Crocodile, but it's just going to be taken down there. Double kill for Chovy. Is this going to be his well-deserved Pog vote? I think it is, because that's a Quadra.
Get that up well. You get that going very early and use that pressure in the mid lane to control the bottom Drake fights. As Keen is going deep here. They're looking for a big dive. Chovy
is flash out immediately, and there's the man drop. So Dread certainly knew what was up. That's the 3-man Shockwave. Like that one a lot, but still, priority here onto the mid lane, and they do share a bunch of plate gold by taking that one down. But still, if you're Chovy...
Yeah. And just giving over so much extra turret plate gold. So meanwhile...
Oh no, it's a cow and a bear and a lady, and they want to kill Bang. They should be able to as well. Vista... Yeah, he's got his ultimate. He's able to tank up that turret for days, and Afrika just a little bit too late on the rotation. There's going to be no troubles for Chovy to get towards things like Void stuff and extra damage whenever he wants to, and now they're just winning fights. Deft, Killer Instinct's over. That's the grand entrance from Lehens as Arthur just chasing down Dread and the Rakan. Deft should be able to get to this kill easily. Pops the Pantheon. And they'll take away a blue buff as well as Lehens. Yeah, no options right now.
Yeah. Zooming around. Like, this is maybe the earliest we've seen all season.
Whoa. There's the flash headbutt pole. There's the stun comes through. That's the boot back onto Lehens, but he's very mobile. Bang, not so lucky. He'll be taken down by Deft despite the blade whirl, and Keen teleports in, but now he's like, no, I don't really want to be here. Slices and dices, gets himself out, but Bang is still going to pay the price.
You know, you see the... Okay, one more attempt here on the Chovy.
Yep, good stun is the flash forward, and that's going to lock down the Orianna. Big shutdown gold going to Dread. Deft looking to catch that.
They bought a pickaxe and a phage.
Yeah, so. It looks like we're going Sterix as quickly as we can. Of course, the item combo is busted on this patch, so you can understand it, as Arthur is going to find Keen, but he runs pretty quick. As now you can see the Gragas moving on down. Chem tanks are online, and Morgan's looking for his target. The Shockwave onto 3. Chovy's trying to make his playback as Keen dives on top of him. The Pulverize is there, though, and Vista says, give me the Pog. Chovy picks up an instant double, and one goes over to the Gragas as well for good measure. Make that 2 as Deft will pick up the 5th. That's going to be the ace, and Home Alive, they can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want. They've got a Drake available they could take. They've got a Baron available they could take.
Sort of appreciate it.
I just, like, the thing is, they don't have vision, so Vista shows himself here, and they're taking so long to take it. There's an argument where Arthur takes us away. He's
booking it. He's trying to get on in here. We'll see whether he can actually get towards the dragon, and it's not going to happen.
Seconds, so I don't think they're going to be able to get any inhibitors here. Unless the Freaks have a bad engage. They're going in on Chovy once again.
Yeah, Chovy's going to have to utilize this Zhonya's very effectively. He denies the stun there as Arthur comes on in. There's the shockwave onto a couple of members. Dread very, very low. Deft all the way into the back line. This is a disaster. Samira going to be focused down. Deft trying to kite this one as Dread jumps on top of him, but he's dead. That's the best form of CC as Fly now trying to get away from Arthur, getting away from Udyr. Don't make me laugh. Boop to death. And there is the game. This should be Home Alive mowing down the mid lane with the last couple of seconds of their Baron buff and taking game number 3.
Yep, we've got a few waves coming through, so they should easily be able to push these turrets down. And that's what I was saying. A Freaks with a pretty bad engage there. They look for Chovy. He has his Zhonya's, and the rotation speed of this composition is just so fast. And the fact that Deft is able to just walk into the faces of a Freaks without anyone punishing him is just the story of the game.
And Vista, nice pulverize here as we're just celebrating at the end. Deft picking up a couple of celebratory kills, and that's another one going over to the Udyr as well. 3. As we're going to check out the post-game stats. A lot of damage coming out of the Kai'Sa and the Gragas, but I think all of the plays are from that guy at the bottom. Vista having a really, really good game.
Yeah, Chovy had some really nice plays as well. Chovy empowered them in these team fights. Even his side laning that forced some team fights for Afrika, where Afrika felt desperate to actually try to collapse onto him, did get turned around a lot. And some good decision making across the board for Hanwha Life Esports. I think when they're playing a standard meta comp, they look fantastic. And when they get ahead, they know how to control the map. Sure, they gave up the Drakes, but they took every team fight in their favor. They punished Drake takes. And, I mean, I think a lot of this goes back to the draft, right? Where you saw the heavy commitment to the Pantheon, which didn't end up doing much for them on the mid or bottom side of the map. The Renekton pick into the Gragas.
Hanwha Life Esports locked then 5th win of the split, and now they are climbing up to the 2nd place in the LCK. Let's take a look at the draft. Once again, we had a very critical role coming out from the top side of the map. Looking at their draft in general, I think they both have a decent comp, and the one that executes better would win. And because some of the champions getting banned out in the jungle department, Pantheon was on top of the tier list, so they actually led Hanwha Life to take away the Kai'Sa, and they took away Pantheon on their hand. So Pantheon did make some good works in the early game and make some great pathing in the early game, but Afrika, after having some of the overextensions, they were not able to come back online. I actually disagree with Crew, because for Hanwha Life, Pantheon was the key card for them, so Afrika was a little bit forced to take this Pantheon, so they banned out Xayah. And kind of letting Hanwha Life to take the Pantheon for B1 pick, but well, actually they took B1 with Kai'Sa, so Afrika was a little bit forced to take this Pantheon in the jungle. And I can say that was the highlight of Hanwha Life's plan for game number 3 pick and ban. But first, let's take a look how Afrika got the lane control. Dread was the key to this early game plan. Hanwha Life was actually was in a full awareness of the path of Dread. Even with that ward, they were pretty sure that Pantheon cleared that Raptor camp. But Dread was really smart, so he finished the rat camp and then skipped the golems. And then he rotated to the bottom lane river, Scuttle Crab, and then as soon as he saw this overstep coming out from Orianna, he went for a kill, and this was really critical for both teams, because once, in terms of Syndrome versus Orianna matchup, once the laner gets a kill, actually it is no longer 50 and 50, so I thought this was really huge for the mid lane matchup. Chovy usually starts off with the lane priority, but this time around, Dread was able to shut down Chovy's early control. And we actually said Africa Freaks had the perfect team play, and we call them like the Avengers. But we had some miscommunication coming out from Africa Freaks at this Herald fight. Rakan already made the rotation to this Herald, but he was not level 6 yet. So I think Africa should have just focus fired Gragas with their chain CC. Africa got a lot of tools to engage, so they had this agenda to kind of lock down the kill instead of focusing on the Herald, but the players were not on the same page at that point. And this kind of miscommunication actually led Alistar to join this party as well, and Chovy was able to end up that fight with a quarter kill in his pocket. So Africa was a little bit split making that decision, so they got the worst result possible. With the Syndra starting off with 1 kill, well, Africa could actually outfight that skirmish based on the power coming out from early game Syndra, but Africa was not able to close out that fight with a win. Let's take a look at the player of the game for Game 3, and it's gonna be Vista on Alistar, back-to-back POG for today's series. Gorilla is a support player. He always focuses on the performance coming out from the support. And today, Vista, I think he has stepped up immensely today. He did make some minor mistakes, but I still want to call it a perfect game coming out from Alistar. I also thought Chovy could get this POG because Kuro, a former mid-laner, he expected Chovy to win the POG, but it was Vista ending up getting that POG. Well, Gorilla also voted for Vista, but still props over to this young player and who rose up to support after playing as the AD carry. It was a very competitive POG vote. Actually, Chovy was so close to getting that POG, but still, it's a really good sign for Hana Life that other players are starting to get the POGs.